Hey, welcome everyone to African Travel and More. I'm Yolandra and this is Jeff. So happy Saturday, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you're joining us from. We like to welcome you. This is part two of our Egypt talk. Okay, so we have that video that we weren't able to show you the last time, and so but before we get into it, we're gonna start with some music. So what do you have for us, sweetheart? What music?
I don't know. It was like because Egypt was kind of comical in a lot of ways in that trip, so I figured to play a little ragtime.
It was fun though.
A little ragtime because ragtime music is usually when something is comical, right?
I guess comical light fun. Yes, I like that. Welcome, welcome. So we'd like to welcome you back. If you're joining us again, we thank you for support. And if you're joining us for the first time, we'd like to welcome you on board and invite you to subscribe if you want to know more about African travel. That's what we do. We've traveled to, say, over 17 African countries, but 50 countries worldwide. And we just like to share our knowledge about travel, okay? And we hope that you're able to gain something. So before we get into the question and answers, because this is part two of the question and answers, a lot of you have been sending some good questions, so we're going to try to nail a lot of them today. We want to show you that boat, the cruise. The last time we were telling you want to give them a little...
No. Well, one thing I need to just add is make sure you like the video. Make sure you share the video.
Yes.
And make sure you comment and ask questions so we can answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's a whole much more stuff we want you to do, but we would have to pay you. But those you can do for free.
I don't know about paying. But anyways, let's do this. I'm going to put it up now. Put it to the stream. And this is... remember last time we were telling you about the boat that attached to our cruise boat. So here it is.
I gotta hold this phone real tight. Cheap price. What? How much?
From America.
Yes.
So you have to respect this helper right here.
Table 3 liters and full plastic. Okay. And this is shower, taking a gift card.
Okay.
Shower. I give you many colors. Any how much?
How much?
600.
How much?
You're gonna send me everything.
Okay. Then the price.
Hey,
Yes.
this color. Good nice color. Having whole free material. Okay?
How many Egyptian pounds?
Listen, what do you like? Towel and carpet and tablecloth.
How much is the tablecloth?
Tablecloth. Hey,
How many dollars?
What?
How much?
What do you like? What do you want?
Tablecloth.
Flowers?
No.
Tablecloth?
Yes.
Tablecloth?
Yes.
Tablecloth?
Yes.
Look.
You gonna tell me the price? How many Egyptian pounds?
Open for us and leave it. Open. Give me your hand.
Wait a minute, I need to know how much.
He's throwing it. He's going to throw it.
How much cost?
Your hand. No, baby, give me your hand, my friend. No, baby, your hand.
Wait a minute, he's trying to throw it. You want to catch it?
My friend. Your hand. Yes, my tower. Pull your hand.
You want to? Hold on.
Okay, so that was the end of that. So I respect that hustle because so if you can imagine waking up to that, in the morning.
Right.
Fun.
We thought, like I said in the last video, I thought we were. I thought actually we were had parked, or what's the word?
Docked.
We had docked somewhere. Because I kept hearing it, and I was hearing it for about 30 minutes, and it was waking me up.
Right.
We said last week, he was saying things in multiple languages. I mean, it was French, English, Spanish, and so I thought we were docked. And then all of a sudden, I go out to the window to see who's yelling, and I look down, and here's a guy attached to the cruise ship. If you can believe that. I had to buy some. I mean, I said, if it's anywhere within reason, I mean, I don't want to be ripped off because that's easy to do when you go out. I said, if it's anywhere in reason, I'm going to buy this because this guy is worth it just to film this guy.
Exactly.
Did you show the footage of when how we finally got it there?
No,
it's
I
okay.
showed that last week.
Okay, no, we did. You have to wait.
For
I'm
the
going to do
video.
a whole, probably a separate video just on buying stuff
coming.
there.
It's coming.
But anyway, that was a new one for me.
Okay, welcome, Janelle. It's good to see you too. We missed you as well in the last couple of live streams. Yes, but yeah, you have to respect that particular hustle because they were persistent and they were able to get through to us. But today we want to show you some of the highlights of the trip in Egypt. We really did enjoy Egypt. We spent 10 days there, so we have a lot of good coverage coming out of Egypt. Okay, and we have to give a shout out and a thank you to Ziggy from Bob Marley's Tours because he helped to make our time wonderful. Can you agree? In Egypt,
right?
It was wonderful, and usually we don't take tours type of thing when we're not touristy, but Ziggy was able to, we were able to collaborate and put an itinerary together that worked for us. Okay. And so that's what we're going to show you a little bit of today, because included in our price, that's something else that questions we've received. People have asked for pricing and that sort of thing. We can give, say, some of the pricing, but what were you saying that keep in mind, because we're doing doing a little bit of promotion for Bob Marley's Tours, that the pricing might be slightly different.
Yeah, it's not going to reflect what because we had an agreement to do some promotion for the company, and actually we were doing promotion on site. There you'll see on some of our videos how we promoted. So the rates were extremely discounted, but it's still a very, very affordable. And the thing is, you can always have it amended. You can have it amended to have more things or less things.
True.
So,
and that's what I like about Bob Marley's tours, is that you get that personal one-on-one attention. We spoke with Ziggy, and he helped put together a really, really good itinerary. We kind of said, this is what we want to see. We want to go from Cairo to Aswan. We want to do XYZ. And then he was able to put it together for us. But see, we have a variety of things. I did want to give like maybe, did you want to give a soft cost without the airline, or no? Because I'm going to tell you this. It included the cruise. It included transportation. It also included room and board. And to us, those are big parts of your travel. It included, it included the meals on the cruise, that much. So the cruise, everything was inclusive. So that was a great deal. So we're talking, you used to remember price better than me.
Right. So it's probably not going to be very specific, but I want to talk more about the itinerary.
Okay.
And point out
the different things.
Yes.
Okay, that's the itinerary. And another thing, before Jeff gets into the itinerary, it's like he said, you can decide what things you wish to do and which things you don't wish to do. What I wanted to add also is that we stayed in a variety of places. So we didn't stay 5-star, but you definitely, if you want to stay 5-star, you can stay 5-star. 5-star is going to cost more than medium price places, which you were really able to find places that I think, what is the place that I really enjoyed staying was Bob Marley House in the Nubian village. Mm-hmm. That's $30 a night. I mean, that's very affordable. Okay. And I really wanted to stay there, and we really, really enjoyed it. It sat on the Nile. So we were able to have dinner and then have a view of the Nile. We were able to cruise the Nile. It did include 2 other cruises, but they were local cruises because we were able to take a local cruise, right? Remember that? Mm-hmm. The local cruise where we got to go to the Nubian village. So Jeff wants to talk a little bit more about the itinerary, and then I have some more videos to show of us on the cruise ship and then in Nubian village, which we really enjoyed. So this is the itinerary.
Okay, so I'm going to do a very poor job, but I'm just going to say we went from Giza. Now keep in mind we kind of mixed trip up. I'll give you some highlights. Went to the pyramids of Giza,
but last.
Well, went there last, but I'm just kind of going in order what I'm looking at.
That's good.
Pyramids of Giza, where you get to see the history. I mean, all the stuff you read in the history books. Mm-hmm. You get to finally see it. You get to see, and my favorite is I always want to see the Sphinx.
Yeah.
So I got to see the Sphinx close up.
Right.
And it was wonderful. Pyramids, rode camels. Mm-hmm. You're going to see the video on that. We went to Luxor.
Yes.
And went to
Valley of the Kings.
Mm-hmm. Queen Hatshepsut. Mm-hmm. And
I have a clip of that.
Yeah,
inside
it takes you a little time to say that. We went to took a train to Aswan.
Yes.
And we took the VIP train.
Yes.
We went to the Nubian village. I think you got some of that.
I do. I didn't put a clip of the train, but that's okay. Like I said, we have a lot of footage that's coming up of the different videos. Now, I'm going to warn the ladies about the train and the restroom. And I'm going to tell you, just think just like if we're in the U.S. So it's just like when we go to a restroom that's not kept up really good in the U.S., we've come across a lot of those. That's the truth. Just tell the truth and shame the devil. You have to be strong on the train. Just gonna put it like that. You have to be strong, and I think Jeff warped me, and it was true. But anyways, that aside, I still love taking the train. Okay, because I got to see Egypt from Cairo all the way to Aswan, and we met a lot of people. Okay, and I can't wait to go back to Egypt again. Um, yeah, I can't wait. Bob Marley's tours, they took really good care of us, and I'm not just saying that to uh, just promote. I'm saying it from the heart. You don't know how valuable it is to have really good, say, someone that's guiding you in a sense until you get into a hot mess like in Morocco. Okay, then that's when you really appreciate. Okay, because that's one thing you we knew Egypt was big. That's the thing I kept telling you. I was like, Egypt is really big because anytime you have to travel, I think Cairo to Luxor was like over 8 hours, and that was by train. And the train is slow. We could have flown, but when you fly, you kind of miss the details. You miss that local experience. So if you and the flights are not pricey. I don't remember, but when I looked, they weren't pricey. Okay. So what else did you want to say? You want me to show a clip or you had something?
Sure. No, basically we went from one end to the other, and then of course we went to Alexandria,
Yes.
which
I forgot about that.
because my email nickname is Jeff the Great. That's where Alexander the Great was. So therefore, I had to take pictures, but we don't have that posted. But that's
Right.
on one of the separate
Right.
videos.
We did make
Anyway.
it there. We did make it there.
Okay, you show a clip.
Okay, and then before I show the clip, I want to say this. Or maybe I should wait till afterwards.
Yeah.
But it was more of a strong hustle. But we were not with the same tour group towards the end. Okay, so let's look at the cruise. Show you the cruise. So finally made it to our room. This is our room. I'm trying to show it before it gets messy. So this is on the cruise. So they have 2 twin beds, which is fine. But this actually is our first cruise. So we do not have much to compare it to, but I think it's kind of large. Let me see. It's outside here. This is how some of it looks. Down the hall. I'll show more. So we're 40. This is nice. This is the you step over, and then there's a tub. Oh, Jeffrey, that's for our step over. This is for our got enough storage. This is, and then this is this. See? Oh, do you have something that you want to? Okay. Oh, okay, we're back. Okay, so as you can see, that's what the cruise look like. I don't know, for those of you who have gone on a cruise, like I said, we have not taken. That was actually the first cruise in Egypt. I know a lot of people take cruises here in the States and other places, but we have not taken a cruise yet. But it was quite enjoyable. Okay, the food was good. Actually, this outfit right here, I got this on the cruise. Very affordable. I think you got this on the cruise.
No, I got this while I was at one of the temples.
Okay. Now I'm going to tell you something. Once you docked, and he got this. Jeff bought me this head wrap when we docked. I think we docked I forget. But anyways, it's lots of shopping when you dock. You really cannot step off of the boat without someone approaching you. But if you just say no thank you, and kind of firm no thank you, then no. But if not, if you want it, negotiate. Egyptians are great negotiators. They're gonna negotiate with you. Okay. What I did want to skip back to was the cost of the flight. Okay. Now, initially, and when I say the cost of the flight from LA to Cairo, initially we had a sweet deal on British Airways of, I think it was $348. That was one way. It got canceled. And refresh my memory, did they email you or they didn't email you?
No, it didn't get canceled. What happened was
a
portion got canceled.
Yes,
canceled. Where we were supposed to, like, those flights usually go through London or Paris.
Correct.
So this one went through London.
Mm-hmm.
And what happened, the trip from London to Egypt got delayed. So, or the flight we had got canceled, and they delayed it by a week. Now, if they had said it was canceled and it was delayed maybe a day,
right,
we would have done it and stayed in London a day.
Right.
But we didn't want to stay in London a week.
No.
So we had to rebook. So, and in retrospect, and this is a whole nother story, we've probably been better off staying in London a week because all the other places we got stuck in.
Right.
When you add up all the dates we got stuck in Paris and Egypt, Morocco, it's probably add up to a week. But
True. That's the truth.
That's where life goes.
But yes, it's true. But we ended up booking directly with Delta, and I know that cost $730.90 per person. Okay, so we ended up we got a refund for because when a airline cancels any segment of your trip, you will receive a refund. Okay, and at first we were kind of worried because we booked through Kayak, and by the way, Kayak never responded.
Right.
Never responded.
Well, the thing about Kayak is what you find out is Kayak, their messaging, and of course it's true that they're just an agent in between. They're not. They actually farm it out to another booking agent.
That's it.
Or the airline. So when it's time to get a refund, Kayak is not involved anymore. All they're doing is they're just a matchmaker.
True.
They make a match, and the match could be with Priceline or Just Fly or
eDreams.
It's
a bunch of them.
Yeah, and that portal, along with the airline that you book with, those become the places where you get your refund or your credit, all this sort of stuff. And you don't know that for days on end because they're not going to answer at Kayak. There's not going to be any phone call.
They're not going to call you back when they say get a call back.
Right.
So don't they're just
count on
not.
that.
But towards the end of the trip, the money was refunded. And I'm going to say this. We mostly purchase our tickets with American Express. We find that it's a little bit easier with them. I know I do with getting your refunds. It was something you said about the portal. I think you told me about it, but it slips my mind right now. But yes, you're dealing with not Kayak. You're dealing with the portal that push that ticket out to you, and then it gets to be really, really confusing. Really confusing. One more thing, when you go travel abroad, I don't know, this just popped up. It's just something that was someone had asked because it had to do with I think wheelchair accessibility.
Right.
A lot of the places, no, it's a lot of stairs. As a matter of fact, I'm going to tell you that there are a lot of stairs, period.
Oh, let me tell you, I didn't film it. I only got like the pit. Actually, the film I have is worthless because you couldn't see what happened. Oh. It was like we were taking the train. In the train, like Yolanda was saying, there's no wheelchair access. If you're handicapped, you kind of you're relying on the goodwill of your neighbors in order to get you on and off and this. So basically, the person in the wheelchair, this lady in wheelchair, she couldn't get to the other side because in order to get to the side where you're the passenger, you have to go downstairs, a lot of stairs, then you go up a lot of stairs, and then you come to the other side where you can catch the train. So it was some guy got hopped off, got a wheelchair on his back, walked across all the train tracks, and put her on the other side. Now I don't know how she's gonna get home when she gets off, but they got her onto the train. So that's your ADA there.
Right. It's sad to say, but also besides that, you're gonna need to be able to withstand some stairs. Okay, everywhere we went, stairs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So yeah, you want to make sure when you go into especially a lot of the African countries, developing countries, even non-African countries, you do want to make sure your stamina is up and you're able to like stand for long periods of time, going up and down stairs. And I'm kind of a heavy overweight, so it's something I have to be conscious of because before I go, I'm usually trying to get my steps in, walking at least 2 months before, because I know you never know when you're going to have to stand in some place for 2 hours straight standing. You never know when you're going to have to walk up 3 flights of stairs. Even it's surprising when we hit was it Paris? I forget. One of the countries, I didn't think this would happen. Soon as we got off the plane, walking up, groggy, just waking up, jet lag.
I think so.
Had to walk up 2 or 3 flights of stairs.
I think so. I don't remember.
The escalator was out. So that's the first thing we had to do. So that's one of those things that you kind of want to know that you can do with some bags. And it's almost like army training or something.
Boot camp. Some boot camp training.
But
it's true.
It doesn't happen all the time, but it can and it will happen.
Right. And another thing, but I'm gonna show the Luxor inside of the temple. I'm sorry, I don't know which one, but when I do the video on each of the temples, each of the places, you'll be able to see it because they're really quite beautiful. So this is Luxor, Valley of the Kings, inside of the temple. Okay, so that was inside of the temple. Do you remember which one that was?
No, we're going to do a video on all of those.
A long video on it. So the last one that I want to show is when we're actually at the Nubian village, and I just cut it down a little bit because I plan to do a video on it. But what's so interesting about the Nubian village in Aswan, I learned this while there, is that a portion of the Nubians are also in Sudan. See, when you're in Aswan, you're very close to Sudan. They move freely back and forth across that border. So it's a common thing for that occurs. I really wish we had time to visit Sudan. Our tour guide, Rasha, right? She was excellent. When we go back, God willing, I really want to go with Rasha into Sudan to look more at the Nubians there. And one thing you have to get used to when you're in Egypt, they call the men Ramses, and they're gonna call you Nefertiti, because Nefertiti was the favorite wife of Ramses. So get used to it. Don't be offended. They're gonna say Nefertiti, Ramses, and then they're gonna say Nubian. Okay, all the time. That's what you're gonna hear. So here is us in the Nubian village, and yeah.
Yeah. Excuse me, Nubian.
Hi, good morning. Just we want to look.
Where did he say to go? Just keep going.
Nubian mask. I do by my handmade.
Nice.
Because really,
Yes.
and I have a necklace, I have a scarf, I have a jalabia here. Jalabia. This is $400 woman move for you.
But I want to see the village first. I don't want to buy right now. I just want to see. Thank you. Okay, I'll see. No.
We're coming back.
That's the one at his house. Just go to the blue one. Go. No. Okay. We see. I can see as I'm walking. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Just look here.
I see. But we have a few minutes, so we have to see your beautiful island. Okay. It's beautiful. Yes. He keep walking. I have to walk. I have to keep. Okay. Okay. Good morning.
Here, $5
Yeah.
Any galapia, any scarf, no hassle.
Really
For
beautiful.
man, for woman. Come
Okay.
back.
We will have to for $5. I don't promise, but yeah.
How many persons do you move around? How many persons?
No, I don't want photo.
Yeah, once we get our information, we come.
I want to see. I want to see the Nubian house. No. I know but I want to see. I want to see. Okay. But now you don't have to pay. Habibi, friend, Habibi. Okay, and then my sister. Okay, so it's all good. Egypt was a good time. I'm just gonna tell you. I can't wait to go back. It was really hot though. It was really hot. I'm gonna say make sure you bring yourself a hat, okay, and bring your stamina, but also get ready to have a really good time because Egyptian hospitality is wonderful. We had a really good time there. Did you have something more that you want to say? That we're gonna do more videos on it, most definitely. But we wanted to come back mainly to show you the boat with to me that was hilarious. To Jeff, that was hilarious. But yeah, we're thankful for your support, and we just hope that we're able to do a little bit more travel this year. In December, contact us if you're headed to any of the countries that we travel to, mainly Ghana, we know for sure. So before we go out, let me see. I want to do this. Hello. Thank you for visiting our channel again. I just wanted to share with you some of the beautiful, handcrafted, and authentic African products from all over the continent. Please know that your purchases help to support one village at a time. So make sure you visit our Amazon store, our website, or Etsy. See the description link below. All right. Thank you so much for joining us this week. Coming up on tomorrow, Sunday, we will interview Daniel Frimpong, who teaches Twi, which is a language in Ghana, West Africa. Okay, and we're going to have him on tomorrow. Sunday. Okay, so I hope that you'll join us for that interview, especially if you want to learn uh, a language or how to learn, because he does an excellent job virtually. I've taken a few lessons with him, and I really, really enjoy it. So that's going to do it for this time. Okay. Until next time, hopefully you'll join us tomorrow. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. So you're going to give us some music? Because it was fun. Yes. Bye. We'll see you next time.